Hello everyone, how's it going? Back here again. It's 1 week since my birthday, a few weeks since my birth week. Just gonna show this one, and yes, you know what? I'll just share. Not just my birthday; it was a birth week, so it was also my dad's birthday and also my grandma's birthday. So the next day, Stella and I went to Studio North. So shout out to Studio North. So I'm like shouting out different dance studios here, but yes, Studio North. Shout out to Vancouver and Toronto. But yeah, so we went to check it out again, and I've been there for a couple times, but mostly for videography roles. But now I'm there as just a student, just like learning dance classes, and yeah, and I do have a video for it. But you know what? I'll just play it for like a very short second here. So yeah, that's me right now. So still kind of like struggling, but you know, I'm just dancing small, so I'm not extending it too much. But yeah, that's me. And if it was me a few years ago, I probably would have like done it better. So yeah, yeah. So right after the dance classes, it was me, Stella, and a mutual friend. Her name's Netchi. So we all went to nearby. We went to U of T, and there's a nearby dessert place. So yeah, I got myself a parfait. So this is the parfait that I got here, and it was pretty good. It was actually like breakfast, but the other way around. Once again, eating dessert for dinner. But you know what? I saved it for a reason here. So yep. And then a couple of my friends had this one. So they had I forget. It's a mango specials. So there's mango and then there's jelly there. It's pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So that was a fun time. So by the time here, I probably was really sore. Like my hips and my thighs were like really hurting during that time. So that's all of that was like all February 6th. So yes. So yeah. So enjoyed that, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention it too. So yeah. I'll stick with the Jollibee later on. So the Jollibee is gonna be a yeah, stick with that theme again. So it's a little bit of foreshadow with Jollibee, if I'm gonna show it here. So yeah, Friday is where it was at. Friday was when I went. I went to the first of all. Yeah, so I just went like I felt like a tourist. Even though I'm from Toronto, just wanted to like check out the whole place and just like spend some time walking around. And I do like going to the Harbourfront, just exploring a couple of things. And it was actually a pretty nice day on Thursday and Friday. It was such a warm weather. It's probably the warmest weather back in uh, probably the warmest weather in Toronto winter. So normally in winter it's very cold, and if you know Toronto weather, it can range from like very far. So this one is like the warmest in February, and it felt like spring. So I didn't really wear any like jackets, or I didn't wear any like uh, thick layers. So I was wearing a jean jacket, and this is actually one of my favorite scenes in Toronto. It's the Riverdale Park, and back in my school days, sometimes I would like switch around like commutes, going to TMU. That's where I went to for university, and sometimes I switch it up. So I go from here, or I go to the regular route, which is on the Yonge. But just seeing the scene there, it's always mesmerizing, especially in mornings. So I wanted to check that out. Okay, just randomly here, I'm just showing one of our friends' former condos. I don't know if he still lives there today, but that was a big moment in our first years. Just going to our friend's condo, and then there was a time where he would have his penthouse parties there. What a moment! Just makes me like miss university all over again. By the end of lunch, my friend was waiting in Eaton Center, and I did went to the path. So first of all, it was a fun fact. Stella was the first person to introduce me to the path before I introduced my friends to the path. So even during Friday last week, she was also the one who actually like showed me the where to go, because we were going a different route. So I kind of normally I act lost, and normally I know where to get around in Toronto. So normally I'm like the tour guide that people would rely on from in Toronto. But in this case, the roles reversed, and it's funny because I live longer in Toronto than Stella, who actually was here for like a few. She was here for like a few months, so nothing really much changed in the path. But it, yeah, she's so familiar with the walk there. So, anyways, yeah. So I went to the path. I run through like a Naruto to get to Ethan's, so it was quite a far. And yeah, I even showed her Uniqlo, and 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 she said she would shop there a lot in Uniqlo in Sydney. Stella and I went a little bit of shopping, so I was checking out for other stuff, and yeah, we went shopping there and checked out some things. And the best part, when I saw it at Nike, it was actually on sale, and even a few days later, it was on sale. So therefore, I finally got it. Yeah, I finally got it. Yeah, there you go. I finally got the shoe. Let's go. Panda buddies. Yeah, panda buddies. So yeah. So I finally got it. And also another thing that Stella I went to is Zara's. So I wanted to buy a new jacket. So well, this one I got a new jacket from Zara's. So I just wanted to get a great trench coat. So I'll probably wear it a little bit right now. So not too much. Because I'm not wearing anything down beneath, but I'll just wear it. And yeah, so we agreed on the size. So there you go. And I had the intention of just like wearing it on top of like a sweater or like something like this, and it's a right fit. So yeah, looks pretty good. And yeah, I can wear this for like a professional, or I can wear this as a casual. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, I managed to get both of those in the next few days. Uh, and I think I don't know if Stella actually tried Jollibee, but she've heard it before. But we went to Jollibee basically, so it was just right across the street, and it was actually my first time coming in that specific building. But where it used to be American Apparel at the time, but now it's Jollibee. So yeah, just ordered something very small and simple because we had dinner at the end. So anyways, just gonna show this one right here. Yeah, so pretty much I introduced Jollibee to her, and normally the common classic that people get is actually the Jollibee and spaghetti. But she was wondering what palabok was, so I showed her that, and pineapple juice, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of like pineapple juice. Maybe just because pineapples are like way too sour for me. But you know what? I just brought it up, so we were just like cutting time, and yeah, I'll just play this one here. Yeah, so that's what we had, and I mean that's what I had, and then she just had a little bit of a nibble because she ate way before this, so she was still full from her hangout with Nikki, uh, in her chicken waffle lunch. I think that's what she had. I think that's what they both had. So correct me if I'm wrong there, Stella, if you're watching this, or Nikki if you're watching this as well. So yeah, that's that. And okay, so a few hours later, 5 o'clock. That's when we had a booked restaurant. I guess it's a North American culture, so I think Stella kind of mentioned it too, because it was something new. Normally we just buy it for ourselves, but in this case it was all sharing as caring in our dessert. I mean, in our dessert. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the dessert whenever I bought it. But yeah, so dessert, a dinner. So for dinner we had this food. We were all sharing a food of our choices, and then we just shared this one. It was actually my first time trying out lamb, and it's not this food that was actually lamb, so I didn't take a picture of it sadly. But yeah, so we went back up to our old building, our old business building back in university. It's it's called Ted Rogers School of Management, TRS. So I got to show her that. We can't enter there anymore because you need a card to get in there. But just went to just to show that. And well, by the way, this was quite a long walk. So I hope I can provide some pictures on the side here, just to imagine the story while I'm actually explaining it here. And yeah, I got to show Stella Young and Dundas Square. I don't know if she has ever explored it herself back in the day, but a lot of things have changed during from that year, from now, and there's a lot more lights now. So this is her. This is her, just like uh, for all of us, we were being tourists, but yeah, a lot of like billboards, a lot of LED light billboards. So that's something that was pretty big. So I took a pretty good shot here. So this, and she had a really nice phone. So I do need to change my phone again. So like I have had this phone for like 6 years, and apparently Stella just recently changed her phone to something else. So she had this phone, same phone as me, but she kind of changed it to the more recent iPhone 14, I believe that's what she has. But yeah, she took a pretty it's a pretty good phone. So, and she actually has a pretty good quality of photography than I did. So yes, so there's the Yonge-Dundas Square. Sad I didn't take many pictures for myself here, but I've explored Toronto enough. So yeah, just think of it as the last time that you're gonna see your friend after for quite some time. So for any of us that actually travels again. So yeah, so that was that. I went past the Scotiabank Arena just from the outside, and the most interesting part of that time of moment was because at that time the game wasn't even over yet. It was the Raptors and the Houston Rockets. It was the return of the Drake, return of Red Van Fleet. I'll share this other photo. So this was actually my first time going to the Scotiabank Arena. It used to be called the Air Canada Center, but the first time I went to a Raptors game, it was actually her who actually invited me to it. So she invited me to my first Raptors game, and I thought, okay, this brings good moments. So 11 years later, we just went outside of it, and we got to see the Raptors win, and I thought it was gonna be like a game tying shot going overtime, but I got to let her see that, and yeah, that brought a moment for me. Brought a little bit of reminiscence. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I remember that. She brought me to my first Raptors game. Yeah, and speaking of that, so I did end up giving her gifts. So I got her like 3 T-shirts, and I gave one of my Raptors 2019 long sleeves. So something I forgot to bring up, but yeah, just a token of my first time being in a first time going to a Raptors game, and I thought I would want to repay you for that. So there you go. And I gave my friend like a Leafs scarf, so I hope she does wear it. So it was either the Leafs or the Blue Jays, but it can go both way. But anyways, yeah. So Scotiabank Arena, went to like check that out. Back then, there was this thing called the Harbourfront Center, where we would skate. Many people would actually skate around, but now it's being renovated, or I don't know what they're doing in the Harbourfront Center, but it's one of those skating moments back in the 2010s that I would reminisce and miss a lot, because I had a lot of moments, a lot of friends that, and even Estella went skating here before, so that was that, and yeah, we went to walking from there, from that Harbourfront. Share, I'm gonna share this one. So probably the best shot of the night. And this one I did not take. It was actually my friend Stella who took it. Who took it in her phone. She had a better phone than I did. So, and I even had a camera with me. So, but yeah. So that was a pretty good moment, and good thing I saved this, because this is actually the last time that all three of us go our separate ways once again. And yeah, just seeing that view, and we go separate ways from there. But I hope in the future we get to see each other once again and still keep in touch. And yeah, and I will have to say, that week, that birth week that I had, it was actually one of the best weeks that I ever had in years. I'm not gonna lie, like it was actually. I always wish that I always had parties back when I was younger, had parties, go to nightclubs, just go party out, because I'm that type of guy. I like to have big fireworks and big extravagant stuff. So that's just my personality. But living in a different situation, uh, you know what? I'm content. I'm happy that I got to reunite with my friend again, and even other friends that I had before. So gonna be a tale for another time. But if I were to say to everyone else, like who are young here, like first years going to university, or even for those who have graduated to university, there's some moments that you probably would miss, especially in university and college. I'll tell you that. And first years, at that time, we were just like trying to, we were getting, used to the university life. We were all pretty new. We were all pretty young. We were all trying to figure out ourselves and even the people that you want to hang out around with. And I think and the three friends that the two friends that I had were actually one of the biggest friend influences that I had in university. And yeah, I know Stella was only there for like a semester, and I know Shirley was there for most of my group projects, and we did work pretty well together. So yeah, some moments like that you gotta like reminisce, and you never know what's gonna happen, right? So and but at the same time, especially at the shot here, I will definitely remember this shot right here. And she actually, yeah, Stella took the shot, and yeah, that's when we went our separate ways. We hugged each other. Dead tired by then, but at least it was good workout. So, if Shirley, if you're watching this, I'm okay. So yeah, I got myself a leg workout. But other than that, just to summarize the whole birth week, and it was kind of quite a long video here. So I'm probably gonna cut this one short. It's like 45 minutes of just recording this whole video here. But yeah, yeah, I would say yeah, it was quite a birth week that I had. And actually my parents were like out of town, and but my siblings were actually like in town. But at the same time, it was like a week of like just freedom, just like going around and just spend some time in birth week just to enjoy. So first, just going back to like dance classes, and also going to dance classes with Stella back in the days. So just to reminisce that moment. And yeah, it was a great time, and I would say it was Stella was actually one of the highlight of my birth week. So and I remember that birthday that I had. We actually, me, yeah, it was actually Shirley and Stella again, with a few people, and we played pool. So we played I played billiards. So that was also my birthday at the time. So I was actually, yeah, just to remember that. And yeah, I'll say it was a pretty good week, and I also got to know a little bit more Neji, and she actually ended up giving a delivery to my two t-shirts to Stella. So hopefully, Stella, you like it too. So yeah, take that as a souvenir. So I had quite planned on that, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the video. So sucks that I didn't get to finish it off initially that I wanted to in in the day that I was supposed to finish it. So it was actually February 5th. It was actually all February 5th, 24 hours. But now we went for like a whole week because the video of the recording and the sound did not happen to work. I was like, so I pretty much wasted like 30 minutes of video, but I just wanted to make this up, and just wanted to do a makeup and just do something a little bit different, expand that 24 hours. But yeah, if you stuck around this video, that's great. I hope I got all the story across. Sucks that I didn't get to record all of it because my camera kind of like died off when I was, by the time I finished dance classes, and I had to, the batteries just died. So we'll see where the vlog editing comes from here. So it's been a week now since the birth week. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish it off from here. So for those who like to stick around, thank you so much for like just checking out the whole story, even the birth week. Most of it I just like explained it, but Other than that, for those who want to like support and just I would love that. Keep continuing supporting my journey throughout YouTube, and I look forward to being more active this time. And yeah, looking forward to making more content. So thank you so much for everyone for sticking around and just like watching my video and just learning about the things that I had in my birth week. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna title this video, but you probably may have figured it out once you saw the video in the comments below here. So but other than that, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. It's your boy Pao, and see you on the next video. See you guys then.